Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we returned Monster Hunter World Iceborne Community Edition. So, I will admit last week's hunts were a little rough at times. I think one thing, too, is I'm not adjusted back to Iceborne's slower, more engaging combat than I think Rise and Sunbreaks was. Like, don't get me wrong, Rise and Sunbreak will definitely keep you on your toes and engaged with it, but I feel like you have way too much mobility and possibilities of being able to avoid and get rid of, or get out of attacks and such, where you feel like you're a lot more easily able to handle the monsters and you have so much more tools for it. Whereas World and Iceborne, it's a little slower paced, but it feels a little bit more heavier with all of your movements and attacks, and there's more weight behind it. That's I think it's a little more satisfying World and Iceborne having the weight to it, and it feels a little more engaging where it's not everything's a super easy breeze of having so much possibilities to just be evasive and maneuvering as much. But I got ourselves a full rank of Master Rank armor. This is the full Viper Tobi-Kadachi set. It does offer quite a few useful skills for us, like Evade Extender, Evade Window, Constitution. I also slotted in the Bow Charge Plus, and it's actually a pretty decent bow set. I am actually kind of thinking I might want to look at getting the Viper bow, just to make use of the paralysis attack and poison attack skills. But so far, I've just got the Mammoth Great Bow, Banbro's bow selected right now for it. So I figure we'll... do I want to take that, or maybe I'll actually take a quick look and see if I can get the Tobi-Kadachi's bow upgraded to this. Oh, looks like I can. So you know what? Yeah, I think I am going to go that route. Like, one thing I'm not used to is that bows don't have statuses to them. They all still have the element effects. I mean, they do have a modifier of boosted use towards certain coatings. Like, you can see paralysis and poison have the pluses on them. I'm going to use that, see how that feels, try and go for status, which is something I've never really gone through with the game for. I just want to check and see... Okay, so that's... You know what? I'm going to give up the Constitution I had there. Attack should be just fine. I don't think I have anything else like a poison or such for this, so we'll just take this out. Let me just buy ourselves the coatings we need to use, and then we'll embark on this week's quest. And I didn't get any comments requesting I go through all Master Rank monsters or show everything off. Actually, I haven't really gotten any comments come in for the Iceborne I.C.E. series, so until there's like any requests for a specific monster to go after, I'm just going to continue to work at the story all the way through till the end of base Iceborne. We'll take those, and that's all we need for that. And now let's get ourselves a little bit of food, and we can embark on this week's hunts, where two of them are going to just be... I think they're going to go pretty quick because we are now in full Master Rank armor and a Master Rank weapon. Usually in Monster Hunter there is quite a gap between the end of High Rank and the start of Master Rank that you'll want to immediately shift over to those armors. I can't remember if base Iceborne without the Iceborne Community Edition mod was as drastic, but I'll just go in and show you guys the armor difference, or like value difference there are, because it is a drastic leap from like the Azure Rathlos set I was using, up to the very first armor set of, like, Beethotus that you can work for in Master Rank. And also explains a little bit of why I was getting so bashed around so easily, too. I also used the Steamworks and Celiana to get us a nice stockpile of some max potions, so we can take those with me. I'll actually also take an Ancient Potion, because I do have a few of those. And yeah, so if I were to look at, say, our current armor, like Viper Tobi-Kadachi starts us at 132. Beethotus started us at 118. The Azure Rathlos was only 56 at its first, like, base level. So you get double the entire defense value, or, like, the armor value, from switching up. It's kind of shocking how high you get of a difference there, but it does mean that we are going to be in much better situations to handle everything we're going after. And the starter hunt off, it is going to be a couple subspecies. It's probably going from the reading the assignment names, I think our first one's going to be Nightshade Paolumu, and then the other one will be Coral Puke Puke. So, Master Rank, assigned. Yeah, no time for naps, and play both ends. So we'll start with Nightshade here. Might as well just set it for 1. And embark on this hunt. I'm also not going to get, like, every bit of gear that I possibly can going through. I'll have to see what armors I want to get. I think I'm mostly going to look more for what skills will complement a bow build. I do plan on taking a bow build throughout the rest of the series. Like, when I did the I.C.E. mod with Base Worlds playthrough, I tried playing a couple of other weapons, I think, to show off that you had a few different new attacks or combos you could do with them. I think I'm kind of through that point, though, and yeah, I'm going to just see how bow feels for the rest, and once we beat the story boss at the end of Base Iceborne, that'll probably be it for the I.C.E. series. It's just something that I had the series I left behind way back for a while. I wanted to come back to it. Wilds kind of inspired me, and with how the channel was doing for series, I wanted to sneak another one in, kind of just to tie up this loose end that's been dangling for a while. But yeah, I think I know what the hunt will be after these two, and truth be told, it's going to be an interesting hunt with the I.C.E. mod. Because I don't think any of the hunts up until this one were really a wall in the game. Like, I think when I was playing through World and Iceborne on my first playthroughs of it, Nergigante was a little bit of a wall, just because I wasn't expecting him to be quite as fast and dynamic as of a monster as he is when you have your first encounter with it. But then Iceborne had a wall much earlier on that I am thinking we're going to have a little bit of trouble with when we encounter again. But we'll have to see how it goes.
Commencing the Nightshade Paolumu investigation now. The 5th Fleet's A-list hunter will take points while I keep repping. The field team has already gathered tracks. Let's follow the scout flies.
See, that is one thing. If they do kind of bring back, like, you have a handler or a partner for base, it feels like this is a more appropriate role in a way. They're kind of like more overseeing and recording what's going on. And it's not so much like, oh, I'm getting shared credit that we did this together, like how a lot of Iceborne tried, or World tried to frame the handler and such. But yeah, Nightshade shouldn't be too hard to find. In fact, it might actually trigger... There we go. No, I don't know what's going on with the screen tearing. That might be a bad sign for my graphics card. Although, it was a little odd that it was only happening in that instance, but I'll keep an eye on that. I'm not sure if it's like maybe a sort of graphical effect going on that caused that, but I've not seen that before happen.
Back with us?
Yeah, see, everything's fine.
Let's continue the hunt.
Okay, right, let's find the bit of tracks that were left here. Yeah, leave these sleeping guys alone. Oh, actually, we don't even have to go looking for a Nightshade. It's flying right by. Okay. Yeah, so let's get on this hunt. Nightshade, I don't think is going to be too difficult. I think it's one of those hunts where if you're a melee hunter, you're going to be in for a rougher time. Well, I should say melee hunter. Truth be told, I don't really know if you have as much of a distinction of Blade Masters and Gunners anymore, given the series doesn't really have the armors broken up like it used to. But you know what? I will take the scatter nuts. It looks like Nightshade is in the very top corner there. But maybe I'll have to do an update to my graphics card driver soon, just because of that little bit of odd screen occurrence there. Oh yeah, Nightshade, as long as you can avoid the sleep stuff, it is basically just another Paolumu hunt. But I think this is... Nope. This is... Yeah, I'm probably going to get a good smack in here. Runa, can you help me out? I didn't get the hard hit, but I guess I got, like, hit by a little something nearby that got me. But this is how I like subspecies to be done. It takes the original monster and either gives it a different element or a different status. The worst subspecies are probably Azurathlos and Pink Rathian, just because they don't really get anything really new added to them for effects. It is literally just a blue Rathlos and a pink Rathian. Another subspecies that I felt was a little lacking was okay, you know what? I mean, I do have this as a status bow, so why don't I try... Okay, there we go. We've got poison starting on it. But another weak concept of a subspecies to me was Pyrarachnodaki. Just because you went from a fire monster to basically just an explosive fire monster. It doesn't really feel like that was that big of a change for how it acted. Ow. I think we both got hit by the pain train that was Barroth there. But might as well get the free heal off if we can. Ah, shoot. Got hit by that again. Ah, Runa, where are you? Oh, actually, I think Barroth got out of it just to get into it again. And Runa's out cold. Oh, I think I'm going to get smacked by Barroth pretty hard here. Oh, no, apparently the mud actually got me out of that. And it is nice to... Oh, actually, hang on. Yeah, I thought there might be a shiny drop because of the two. Yeah, let me snag that. Okay, I don't see any other materials dropped or left behind. Now we can leave Barroth alone. But as for who I think the best subspecies was for, like, the World Trio, I think I gotta go for Coral Puke Puke. I mean, Viper Toby is kind of a neat design. I do wish you encountered him a little bit more frequently, like, in the snow areas of the Hoarfrost Reach. Because last episode, fighting him off in, like, the very first areas, the snowy forest and that, was really cool visually to see, like, the copper skin contrasting with all the whiteness of the snow. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can get these guys to help me out. Okay, there we go. We've got him poisoned again, so... Now, I don't know if I got the poison attack skill up, if it would mean, like, they take more poison damage, or it's more so it's just easier to apply the poison effect build-up. Okay. Missed with the Thousand Dragon, unfortunately, but I guess I should try looking... at getting a tenderize in, just so I can get some ammo. Okay, well, I gotta wait for him to come out of there. Oh, yeah, shoot. That is one thing about the confined areas here. Now, god dang it. Runa, can you help me out here for... Oh, no, you're knocked out cold. Okay, that's why you're not helping me. You got hit by it, too. Oh, did that already... Yeah, it did already paralyze Nightshade. I wonder if maybe that's a weakness that he has that I didn't realize. Is that it's more susceptible to paralysis. Oh, that's the case. Ooh, that was a nice one. Nope. Okay, that was one of his little flop charges. Oh, and Baroth is back. Now, are you going to help us or be more of a nuisance to us both? I was trying to get the wing weakened, but I'll take the tail. Oh, I think I broke... Yeah, I broke the far wing. And there was the other wing. So I believe the only part left to break on Paolumu here is the, like, big neck balloon. And truth be told, I think he might actually be low on stamina again. Yeah, so you know what? Let's grab the Slinger Torch and see where he's running off to. Try to get him before he's able to eat, and then we can maybe get another easy paralysis proc off. But for the statuses, I don't think it is that like you get more damaging status power with the skills. It's just that it's easier to get them applied and procced off. Which is a little bit of a shame because of, like, say, certain weapons such as the bow, where you do have a more finite amount of status damage you would be doing. Oh, you stupid fish. Yeah, and Master Rank, all the small monsters got to be more annoying. Ooh. Well, I think we're punishing both of them pretty heavily there. Okay, that was a whiff with the Slinger Torch, but I do have more Piercing Pod. And see, okay, he's on the way out. Baroth just woke up, I think. So we're gonna try to get out here before either of them get too upset with us. Might be easier said than done with him chasing me. But yeah, I still don't want to use the wall slams all that frequently or often. I feel like if I do that, then it's just basically redoing the base series of Iceborne that I've already done on the channel. So I'm going to try to do this without wall slams. I will still use the tenderize, but I'm going to try to use them more sparingly. Just to show off that the hunt times aren't actually all that affected by not utilizing them. Because that was one of the things that I still really hope that they pick up from, or they'll try to make use of in Wilds, is that the Slinger remains a sidearm and to help you out with doing versatility over necessity. Well, I'm kind of surprised that that Paolumu's neck here isn't like all furled out. Like, that's what I've been waiting for. So I think I can only get that part break when his, like, neck is all ballooned out there. There we go. Okay, we'll get that activated. You know what, truth be told, I mean, close range coating can be pretty good, but against Paolumu, where I want to keep some distance in order to avoid all these sleep clouds, I think I'll want to just stick without it. I will just snag... Oh, Kelby material. Guys, I like staying airborne really frequently. Oh, shoot, got smacked with it again. And, yeah, there was the hit. Yeah, I think that's the most damaging that Paolumu has. It also is, again, one of the most choreographed for his, so it kind of makes sense. Monster Hunter's always been pretty good where if it takes a long wind-up time, then it's probably going to be a pretty heavy hit you're going to receive. So let's just follow up. I'm not sure how much health he has left from the little, like, pulse reading that's down by the lower left there. He might still have a fair bit of fight left in it. Or can I actually get a mount off? I was trying for it, but... Okay, I'm sure I can get one off if I can just get him close enough to get a strike. There we go. Yeah, let's just dodge over, so that way he won't smack us off with the hits. I do think the mounting mechanics for Monster Hunter changed for the better with World and Ice. Well, truthfully, I don't think Iceborne really did all that much for them. I should say two. But having it so that way, it's much easier to, like, say, dodge and interact with the monster when you do have the mounting lead-up is nice. Yeah, and even with tenderizing, it doesn't look like you get, like, super big gains from hitting the tenderized spots either. It's just like another 1 unit of damage or so, if it does connect with the weakened area. But yeah, I've got him pretty ticked off at us, so... The only thing is, with him so ticked off, he's not really staying still to get really good shots in. Oh, but this'll change that. Yeah, there we go. Slinger Thorn is probably one of my favorite ammo types that you can get for the Slinger. Yeah, you know what? Okay, so we got Piercing Pod. The reason being Slinger Thorn is really helpful in getting some easy knockouts for them. I think the majority or all of its damage is pure knockout damage. So even just with the 2, and having some repeat hits to the spots that you have the Slinger Thorn latch to, make it really easy to get some knockouts and good damage in steadily for the bit that it's out. There we go, stop him in there, so hopefully... I'm hoping with him, like, in the poison from the plant there, we could get another poison proc off on him. Yeah, I think he is poisoned. Yeah, we've got the 32 ticking by on each proc. No, again, just kind of got hit by the flop charge. That shouldn't be too much longer. Oh, yeah, I do see the little icon starting on the bottom left there. There's just a little skull peeking out from us here. Oh. Okay, yeah, I think it's going to flee and try to get out of the... No, it's going to smack me good. Thanks for nothing, Runa. That's one thing I'd like to see the priority shift with for Wilds. Is that Rise and Sunbreak were pretty good with having your Palamute and Palico would more steadily try to get you out of, like, flinches, dazes, or even... Was there a monster that inflicted sleep? Oh, right, I think Basarios and... I think there were a couple of monsters that did inflict sleep on you. Actually, one thing I should note as well is when your mantle breaks in the I.C.E. mod, you don't have to unequip your weapon in order for it to, like, be stored away and start its cooldown again. It just automatically is unequipped. See if we can get some good stuff going here. Okay, I'll use the close range because this is pretty tight quarters, but it's holding up with more health than I thought it would have. Now, it might be because the only real hit zone that Paolumu has, well, if we don't tenderize, is the head. So things like my Dragon Piercer are only really good against like a long hit zone. Actually, that was with so much force, I didn't even get hit by sleep. I just got knocked right out of that. Okay, yeah, so it's probably going off to find somewhere to sleep to recover, so we'll take the Slinger Thorns and see if we can figure out where it's going for its nest. And maybe get a little bit of material since we have to wait for it to fly out of here. No, wait, oh, it's literally staying right here. What the heck? Ooh, that did it. But I'm surprised it stayed right here to go to sleep. Like, this is a nest zone for a couple of monsters, but I guess all it did was fly straight up. I left the area, then it came right back down and took a nap. Yeah, that was Nightshade Paolumu. Not too bad of a fight. The sleep can be annoying, but I think that's also one if you just use the right, God, another large wyvern. I wonder if I.C.E. actually increased the, drop rates for, like, those rare materials, because it seems like every hunt we've had, we've been getting a large wyvern gem with it. But, yeah, if you can get something that negates sleep as an effect, you basically walk in a park with Nightshade. It just turns into a regular Paolumu. Melee, I think, we're going to have a tougher time with him, just because there's so much sleep that he keeps sucking up and stays in the clouds of. But ranged, it can be a bit fun trying to dodge all the shots. As long as you have a decent set of Master Rank armor, like again, even just Viper, Toby, Kodachi, or anything around that level, even at base level 1, it'll be enough to deal with, like, the most powerful hits. I can't really see anything in that shot. Well, aside from the big claw around the bow. But that's our first hunt done for this week. We got a... Oh, that's actually... would be pretty handy, but I went for the alpha set for the Viper Toby set, so I don't really have all of the decoration slots to work with. I do think I would like to see when Wilds does... Actually, I'm trying to remember. Were there alpha and beta sets in Rise and Sunbreak? I don't think so. I think there was only just the one set per monster. I kind of do like the idea of alpha and beta stuff. Whereas, I mean, if you're trying to build in a very specific direction, the alpha can sometimes offer you more skills. Although, truth be told, the beta might just be the usual go-to because it gives you more freedom of, like, customization and optimizing for what builds you have. Yeah, truth be told, I mean, I do like that you had different armor looks to expand out with. But I also do feel like, here we go, pet our Pooey for today. I feel like the beta just does render the alpha stuff kind of redundant, because you can either just add those skills back in with the decoration slots you get, or you can get even better ones with the base stuff. So yeah, I probably should have waited the beta on that, but I make my mistakes here and there. For now, though, I think we're good to end this episode right here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter World I.C.E. Monster Hunter World Iceborne I.C.E. We are in that stage. If you did like the video, be sure to give a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave in the comments right down below. And until I see you all next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.